Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today a very brief quick video showing the results of Jabari Panther grind and perhaps going a tiny bit into my own personal plans towards the champion and initial thoughts and opinions. Right, however, before I get to anything else on my own personal score, perhaps one of the more useful piece of information that I can pass along to you guys is about as close to the cutoff that you can get, and we can see that 294th place was 47.5 million. So basically Jabari Panther went for 47.5 million, and that is I think just about what we can expect vast majority of the 5 stars to go for. I think it will vary in between like high 40s for new 5 stars, new champions release, to mid 50s. I doubt we will see any champion really reach 60 million mark in any situation unless the champion is something as broken as Ghost or Quake and it's being advertised as such, or if there are some changes coming to Arena, because grinding for 5 stars, a lot of people who are capable of putting up these huge scores, well, quite frankly, they don't really want to grind for 5 stars. And another thing that makes it less popular of a thing to do is the increased Cavalier drop rates, because there's a good chance that you can get a 5 or 6 star of a featured champion if you are willing to spend some, and that is much easier to do now than it was a month ago. So that would be another slight contributing factor to why more people stopped grinding for them, because more people will probably just be opening the crystals and trying to get the champion via Cavalier crystals. Right, anyway, so back to my own personal grind, personal score. I'm gonna quickly claim Jabari Panther here. Wonderful, 406 star shots. Also, like, you know, every little bit adds up. Let's jump into the results of the arena and see who else got her and all that stuff. For my personal grind, I actually took it relatively easy. Now, I am quite fortunate that grinding for me, for my account, is relatively easy. I genuinely only had to put about an hour and 45 twice a day for 3 days straight. So the total grind time is like 11 hours, 10 hours, something like that, which is definitely not nowhere near as brutal as featured champion grinds used to be. So it's kind of like no real reason not to go and try and grab the new champion. In fact, this year I have actually grinded for every single champion that has come out, and yeah, it's not too bad. We can see that the top scores, the Venetia, Wink, and Hyperion. Any champions, any players that I recognize there. I do know that Katie Candy was grinding for Jabari Panther for sure. She actually overtook me at the very end. I was lurking in her stream, watching her score past mine, but I was feeling relatively safe. Buddy Lee here got, I think he already ranked 5 that Jabari Panther as well. I'm not entirely sure if I will rank up mine. Big Blue, shout out to Big Blue, as always a cool guy. Been supporting the channel for ages. And any other names that I might recognize there? Choco Rocco, that's a cool name. Right, but I do know that Katie Candy has to be up here at some point, and obviously we still do not know people from spots 2 to 300. But yeah, Katie Candy here is 161, so she finished 5 spots above me. And yeah, well, either way, congratulations to everyone who grinded for her, and hopefully you guys did not miss out, even though the cutoff really was fairly player friendly. Now let's take a look at the champion itself and what I do personally plan to do with her. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna end up taking her to rank 5. Yeah, because obviously you don't really want to waste TFI basics and tier 4 class catalysts on 5-star champions anymore. However, there might be a possibility that I do just that, because I do quite like her idea behind the champion. I don't think she's like top skill champion in the game right now, or let's say in top 5 even. I still value Falcon and Mallman and Aegon and Nick Fury and possibly even Kingpin or Crossbones higher than I do her, but I do think she's a worthwhile, good addition to the contest. And one of the things that I really do like about Jabari Panther is this synergy with Tigra and Elsa Bloodstone. Now, Tigra and Elsa Bloodstone already make a very great duo when it comes to for a questing team, and now you gain the ability to gain Hunter's charges when intercepting, which is one of the bigger downfalls of the character, that you do rely on stun, on parry quite a lot, and you do not have any damage mitigation, and you do not have the biggest health pool. And yeah, that makes it tricky to use this champion. But with this synergy, it is much more feasible to actually use Jabari Panther under a lot of different circumstances. On top of that, it also gives Tigra ability to deal with the buffs that do slip through her neutralize mechanic, and she can start behaving much more like an actual Mystic champion, being able to nullify effects, and obviously giving additional piece of utility to also Bloodstone, reducing opponents' ability accuracy and block proficiency is also very, very cool. So I do like this synergy and this team setup as well. Jabari Panther, Tigra, Elsa Bloodstone, add in Nick Fury with Quake synergy to give those awaids, to give safety net to when you mess up with Tigra. Elsa Bloodstone loves that synergy because you can use it purposely to trigger your busted rounds, and Jabari Panther will probably benefit from it as well, as you are going to be trying to get dashback intercepts to ramp her up quicker. So yes, Jabari Panther overall, obviously I know it's not really a champion that any one of us really wanted to see in game, and this champion would have gotten much better reception if she had skin of Okoye or something of the sorts. But at the same time, when it comes to her kit, when it comes to her actual abilities, I do like her, especially if she's awakened, with access to Unstoppable and also assisted intercept mechanics, with your debuff, well, purification kind of abilities, and access to a lot of damage, bleed, crits, and things like that. So she is quite an interesting character. I do think she's a worthwhile addition to the contest and one of the better champions released this year, even though that is not really saying all that much, because obviously this year has been filled with mediocre to garbage champions. So being better than garbage isn't a huge compliment, but it's a compliment nonetheless. She should take any she can get. But yeah, that is about it. So Cutoff again was about 47.5 million for her. I put up 61.2, which netted me 166th place. Will not go for dupe. I never really go for dupe because 5-star awakening gems are not really an issue. But I will likely go and grind for Silver Centurion for similar reasons, like I grind for Jabari Panther. Just because why not? It's really not all that hard or tiresome. All that being said, I'm getting a shopping list for my girlfriend and I need to go get some food. So I shall catch you guys later. Do not forget that there is an Abyss of Legends stream coming later today. And yeah, that is it for today. And I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about